My name is Colin Francis.
My name is Janae Battle.
My name is Sean Nelson, assistant athletic trainer.
I'm an athletic trainer.
I'm an assistant athletic trainer at the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens! The rookie Likely.
Well, needless to say, it's that scene that you hate to see when they were holding his head in place, which immediately happens with a neck injury with the athletic training staff.
Baltimore City has been trying for years to get athletic trainers with no success. And I think that this is a huge step in the right direction. I'm also the executive director of the Baltimore Area Sports Health Initiative. The Baltimore Area Sports Health Initiative is a nonprofit in the Baltimore City whose main mission is to advance the health care provided for athletes in the Baltimore area. A couple years ago, there was a Loyola Blakefield student athlete who got hit in the chest, causing commotio cordis. The athletic trainer was present, and he was able to get the AED, the automated external defibrillator, on as early as possible. He activated his emergency action plan, and he saved that student athlete's life. If that happened the very next day at a Baltimore City school, there would be no athletic trainer present. Working at Morgan State was so powerful for me because I'd walk in the middle of campus, and I swear the rest of the world wouldn't know anything about it. I was an educated black man, surrounded by educated black people who are being educated by educated black people. Gorgeous buildings. Everyone thinks something very different unless you're exposed to it. Janae Battle, she's an athletic trainer here. She was a student trainer at Morgan State. And what people don't get about student athletic trainers at HBCUs, there's not a lot of financial support for it. There's no undergrad athletic training programs. They're doing it because they really want to learn. Those students are what need to be harnessed and taken into the profession. And Janae is a great example.
The athletic training population does have a lower percentage of women. They also have a lower percentage of black women. I did feel a way. I'm like, I don't know if this population, if this career path is for me. I don't know, if I should really pursue it because I don't see too many people that look like I do in this career path. But I just decided to go for it. I'm like, I am relentless. I like to think about myself that way. And I just went for it.
Yeah, I would definitely say there's a lack of. I think it's sitting around 10% of African Americans in athletic training.
Cultural competency in sports medicine is super important. Having people who look like you, who you can relate to, who can care for you is important for these student athletes. Representation matters.
There were several moments, but one that I can think back to kind of vividly now was working with a PT, coming back from injury myself back in high school years ago. This now seems being injured, coming back again from this injury, and talking with this individual and him kind of giving me some career advice, him knowing some individuals in which he really trusted, in programs, local programs, one of which I graduated from Towson to be a part of. So, some things in which I've already said as far as, why I like to, or why I'm a part of athletic training, what drives me is taking care of others. So being a healthcare professional, athletic training aligned, with my passion at that time.
It's tough. My main goal and my main objective when I'm at work with the Ravens is to care for the athletes. The reason why we are in the building is for the athletes. As athletic trainers, it's a service profession. We get there very early, we stay all day, and we leave very late caring for them. We have multiple treatment sessions a day. We work around them. We treat them while they're in their meetings. We're out at practice with them. Athletic trainers are experts in athletic movement because we watch the most of it. We're outside every single day watching every step of practice, hydrating the athletes, making sure the athletes stay safe. And that's my goal. Now, when I'm not at work, how I balance my personal life is through service. I think that I have been blessed by a community that has supported me. So it is on me to also support that community.
So I knew that I liked to help people. I just didn't know in what capacity before. I didn't know what population I wanted to work with. I didn't know anything like that. And I just was able to go out and get different experience in shadowing athletic trainers, shadowing physical therapists, and that helped me direct my path and which population I wanted to work with. So athletic trainers, they work more with the sports population. They do have more populations that they can work with, but it's predominantly sports population.
My dad was definitely the introduction to that. He was a soccer player growing up, bodybuilder, and did a lot of judo. So he was what introduced me to athletics. It introduced me to physical fitness, staying in shape, being healthy, the importance of getting outside, moving around. I mean, my dad came here from Haiti, and it wasn't to live the same life he did, right? He introduced me to everything that I am now. And I was able to mesh kind of my passion for sports with my passion for science and being an athletic trainer, but all that came from my dad. My childhood was really great. I was very fortunate to be able to participate in every after-school activity I wanted. Soccer, swim team, lacrosse, basketball, baseball, Boy Scouts. They let me do really, anything I could have ever dreamed. My upbringing was great.
I think there were a few moments. I always knew that I wanted to be in healthcare. I just didn't know what exactly. When you're young, you think about being a doctor or being a PT, kind of getting close to that time of college and narrowing stuff down. But I definitely knew that I had a passion for helping others. And having played sports, I think a lot of people in the athletic training profession have played sports and that have some sort of connection to an athletic trainer along their time of being injured or not. So I had a few experiences of being injured, unfortunately, and having some kind of closer encounters with those individuals, spending time with them, those people helping me back to the field of play ultimately.
I began my athletic training career in high school. Unfortunately, my brother sustained a fibular fracture, so I was able to be there through that process. So at that time in high school, the family was allowed to come on the field during an injury, and my brother actually had to be carted off. So I was there throughout the whole process, and they were able to stabilize his leg and just get him in a comfortable position. I was able to be there for that part, and then I was able to go to all of his rehab sessions with him when he was in physical therapy. I got to see both sides, not knowing that athletic trainers do both of those things as well.
Well, being where I'm at, the United States Naval Academy, there's really little motivation that I need already being there. As you're working with men and women who are ultimately going to serve our country. So coming to work, that's really all I need to motivate me.
It's an amazing job. Every single day, I get to work with some of the best athletes in the world. I get to be a part of them achieving their goals. Whether the goal is to return to play, stay healthy, win a championship, play with their kids 10 years from now, we get to be an active part in helping them succeed. I'm a huge sports fan, sports junkie. At the bar, I want to watch sports. At home, I want to watch sports. And then all day, I watch sports. I always say that, on the worst day at my job, I get to watch professional football. So it's really not going to be a bad day for me. With Bash, I'd like to make it worldwide. So when we're looking at educated African-American individuals, you're looking at historically black colleges. So the HBCU pipeline was my way of getting HBCU students to become athletic trainers. You have to go to an accredited program. Now those are only master's level. The only HBCU with a master's level athletic training program is Bethune-Cookman. Because Towson University has a program and Frostburg University has a program, in the state of Maryland, Coppin, Bowie, Morgan, and UMES will not be allowed to get one because of proximity to programs. That makes complete sense. It's good for the state. Well, how do we get those HBCU students into athletic training programs? Well, we build a pipeline. We cut down all the barriers for them getting in. When it's all said and done, Morgan State students that graduate will be guaranteed admission to Towson and Frostburg if they fulfill all their requirements. Frostburg University has secured GA positions so school can get paid for. for pipeline individuals. They've secured housing. They've waived the admissions fees. We are trying to make it as easy and as accessible to HBCU students to become athletic trainers. Morgan is a pilot site for everything. We hope with the success, we'll be able to replicate it across the country. For those who want to get involved, power through and try to get as much experience as possible. I was an intern for James Collins and Damon Mitchell out at the San Diego Chargers when I was an undergrad. I volunteered at University of Maryland in high school. I went to University of Delaware, Clemson University. I worked for the Carolina Panthers. I did a short internship with the Baltimore Blast. I went and shadowed at DC United for a day. I emailed and applied to every single job possible when I was an intern. Just trying to get experience, trying to get exposure, trying to meet people, build a net worth of individuals that really want to support me. And that's what these students have to do. Reach out, persevere, don't take no for an answer. I think the more successes that we can have like that, the bigger the global impact of this project, and then the better off we all are. Athletic training is about the athletes, and a diverse athletic training workforce in all aspects is what's best for the athletes.